Hi, this is Moran with Team Scivation, here with Derek Charlebois, director of Team Scivation. We got Marc, the president of Team Scivation, and we're here to do another installment in our 30-minute quick workout series. We got 30-minute chest today. We'll fly right through it, no pun intended. There are going to be plenty of flying movements in here. We're going to throw in some single jointed movements, some compound movements, some supersets, and maybe a giant set here. We have chest right now. It's one of the best, most developed parts of the body. I mean, number one on all those lists are always a dominant chest in a male. You can see the two strapping gentlemen to my right and left are perfect examples of what great chest development can do for you. Here we go with the 30-minute chest. We don't want to waste any more time. Get the most out of these 30 minutes, and we'll see you at the incline bench in just a second. Okay, we're here for the first exercise in the 30-minute chest routine. We're starting out with incline flies, putting the weights down, going directly into a dumbbell incline press. Now, the difference between a fly and a fly is a single jointed movement. You're only moving one joint, and that's your shoulder joint. Every other joint, your elbows, your wrists, they should all be locked in place. When you have a double jointed movement or a multi-jointed movement, like a press would be, you're moving more than one joint at a time. Preferably with that particular movement, you're moving both your shoulder joint and your elbow joint. Those are the main differences in those two exercises. A lot of people think the flies could be a shaping movement. Not necessarily true. You can build mass with a fly when done correctly and with the proper weight. So we're gonna not waste any more time. We're gonna get right into this movement. I've already brought the dumbbells here to start, and that way I don't have to waste time, because time is important in this 30-minute training routine. Okay, here we go with the first exercise. We're using the incline bench for incline dumbbell flies. Got a nice stretch at the bottom. Nice, slow and controlled movement all the way through the exercise. He's not letting any momentum creep in. He's not utilizing his shoulders in a way that's going to take away from his chest development and the effectiveness on that targeted muscle right now. All right, as Derek sets himself and moves right into the incline bench, again, didn't waste any time in between those two transitions, between the two exercises. You see Derek controlling the weight all the way through the movement, pressing the weight up, controlling it on the way down, and bringing the weights together slightly at the top, but not banging the dumbbells together. Everybody's range of motion and style on the fly is a little bit different, but that doesn't mean that Marc's not getting the most out of this exercise. You can see through Marc's experience in training, he's figured out the correct tempo and the correct spacing that he needs to have in between the weights as he brings the weights to the entire movement. As you can see, Marc's setting the weight down on his legs, kicking him up, going right into this exercise. Now, it's truly impossible to isolate the upper chest, because the chest is just one big muscle. So you can work your lower and your upper chest with this, but we're targeting the upper chest, and that's the first exercise in the books. Let's move to the next one. Okay, we're just hit about the 10-minute mark right now. We are here at the flat bench, and we're gonna go ahead and do flat bench flies into a flat bench machine press. So we happen to have the bench right here, we got the dumbbells ready to go, and we have the weights already on the hammer strength flat press. Doing two flat base movements, going with the fly first, then right into the pressing machine movement. Moving right through this program very, very quickly, no rest in between sets. I'm gonna start off with the fly movement and just hit it up, so here we go. Okay, second exercise here. Derek's gonna show us how it's done. He's concentrating on not pressing with his arms, not pressing with his elbows, just continually squeezing with his chest and letting his chest guide his arms through the movement. Again, you wanna keep your shoulders out of it as much as possible. It's not possible to keep them out 100%, but you want to keep them at bay while you let your chest do the work. You want to move quickly through these exercises, so if you have the ability to pick two benches that are very close to each other, go ahead and do it. Life's not perfect. Sometimes you don't have all the time in the world to train, and it is a perfect workout to get you through those quick ones that you need. It's very, very important to concentrate while you're performing the exercise. Don't let your mind wander. Stay in the moment, stay on the exercise, because when you take your mind off what you're doing, that's when those little injuries are going to creep in. It's actually a machine movement that's isolateral, so you can move the arm or the sides individually. Marc's moving them both at the same time, mimicking almost a dumbbell press with this movement. If your gym doesn't have this particular piece of equipment, dumbbells are a great substitute. That wraps this second set of exercises. Let's go into the third here. Okay, we should just about have hit the 20-minute mark. We're here over at the chest press machine. The machine's very, very beneficial to this program. They're a great help with moving through a workout quickly. The weight's right there for you, and if not, it's usually within a couple of feet. So for this last set of exercises for the 30-minute chest routine, we're gonna go with chest machine press here, over to a fly machine, over to actual old-fashioned push-ups. Push-ups is one of those really cool exercises. You're probably one of the first exercises that any of us really remember doing. Classic gym class exercise, but really beneficial for a chest builder. Every once in a while, they're great to throw into routine. Perfect for this program, don't need any additional weight, and it's gonna be a perfect finisher to this giant set. Okay, here we are as Derek starts out his chest press portion of this exercise. Now you can see he treats it just like a barbell press would be, just like a dumbbell press would be. He's using his chest in the movement as much as possible, pushing the weight forward and not letting the weight drop back on his chest, squeezing with his pecs, breathing through the movement, and executing it perfectly as he moves on to the second part. If your gym doesn't have a pec deck machine, dumbbell flies are a great substitute, although you will find this machine in a gym or some variation of it. They're pretty common. What you can also do is like a cable crossover. Very, very similar movement. You get that flying movement with resistance, and it's basically just a great exercise to throw in after that first chest pressing exercise. And he's gonna move right into the push-ups without wasting any time. Now Derek's gonna wanna bang out 20 of these. They may start off easy, but they get hard pretty quickly. If you're an experienced bodybuilder, an experienced lifter, or are constantly used to doing push-ups, you're gonna be able to do a number of them, but they're gonna come to a point where they get pretty difficult. It's your body weight initially, but it adds up after a while. Now speaking of weight, you're gonna wanna set the weight at a moderate amount of weight. Not too heavy, not too light. It may take you one full go around to get a feeling for what exactly is too heavy or too light. If you can't complete the number of repetitions, we're going for about 10, move on to the next one, drop the weight down, and then get it the next time around. I'm halfway through this giant set here that we're ending out this 30-minute chest routine. He picks a weight that's perfect for him to control, to move through this exercise, control the weight, get the most out of this exercise with the correct amount of weight. If your form suffers, drop the ego, drop the weight. Good form at a lighter weight rather beats bad form and heavy weight any day of the week. All right, as you see Marc start to bang out these push-ups here, like any exercise, hand placement is gonna make a huge difference. So you're looking at a wider hand placement with Marc that may make the push-up a little bit tougher. The closer you place your hands, the more you're gonna involve your shoulders, your triceps, and what do you know? Marc finished that like it was nothing. Great job. Okay, well now it just hit the 30-minute mark, and that's the end of our workout. We basically hit on everything we could have with our 30-minute chest routine. We had flying movements, we had pressing movements, we had giant sets, we threw in an exercise that we didn't typically have in any of our workouts, which is a push-up. I mean, that's bringing it back to the old school. The importance of these 30-minute workouts, again, it's not something that you should do every week. It's not something that you should fall into routine with, but it's great to throw in once in a while. There is a real life factor that's involved with anybody that trains. Sometimes, you know, life gets in the way, you have scheduling conflicts, you only have a certain amount of minutes before you have to be somewhere, but you want to get in that training. Perfect place for these 30-minute workouts. Unfortunately, you may have to cut off some of those conversations that, you know, people may have in between sets, but you're there specifically to train and you want to get the most out of it. Plan your exercises in advance. Make sure you have all your weights. Make sure you have your workout nutrition ready to go during the workout. And it's not much more simple than that. For Team Scivation, we have Derek Charlebois, the director of Team Scivation. We have Scivation President Marc Lobliner, VP of Scivation. I'm Rob Moran, here for muscleandstrength.com. Thank you so much for watching this 30-minute chest routine. That's a wrap.
In the morning.